I was in the worst Rocket League slump of my life. I had tanked my rank in every playlist, going months backwards in progress. So I decided to take a break from playing matches, and only do training for an entire week. And the results were pretty amazing. Every single day, I did 30 minutes of aerial car control, then 30 minutes of a dribbling course, and finally an hour of just free play. Free play is always stressed by the pros, so I wanted to see what would happen if I emphasized it heavily, and stop focusing on ranked matches. First, I did aerial car control by using the speed rings map on the workshop. I had done this map a few times previously, so I already had a pretty good start. If you're on PC and have never tried these maps, I highly recommend them. They're pretty fun as well as a good way to practice or warm up. And if you're on console, you can practice this by just flying around in free play for as long as you can, and doing different things to change it up. I got a pretty good score on the first day because of previous experience with it, so I was happy with that. By day 3, I decided it was time to up the difficulty, so I did the next map on the workshop, Speed Rings 3. As you can see here, it was a lot harder. The real tricky part is the yellow and red rings, which are much smaller in size and require you to be more accurate, as well as smaller pads to land on and take off from, which is really good practice that translates well for when you're in game. .807 is a really long time, so I obviously had work to do. By day 5, I was warming up with Speed Rings 2 again, and adding in a lot of extra twists and turns to make it harder for myself. Basically just freestyling and turning the car in all different ways to practice control at any angle. Then I switched over to Speed Rings 3 and really tried to go as fast as I could to get a better time. As my time improved and I spent much more time in the Speed Rings maps, I really felt so much more comfortable with my car in the air. Like controlling it was so much more natural and I didn't have to think about it anymore. I ended up getting a 526, which I was pretty happy with. On day 7, I did the Speed Rings 2 map, but completely backwards. I went from never practicing backwards car control to getting semi-confident with it in just a day or two, which is pretty cool. It was really hard though, which my time shows. Yeah, a bit longer than before. The next half hour of each day was spent in a timed dribbling course, which I had never done before. It's called Dribbling Challenge number 2 on the Steam Workshop, and I did the timed hard mode. The first thing I noticed was just how bad I was. I thought from playing for 1400 hours I would be decent at dribbling, but I really was terrible. It's really something you can't practice in game that much and have to spend time doing in a map like this or in free play. And you have to be decent at dribbling to be able to use flicks effectively, which is a really great tool to have that I was lacking. After 30 minutes, I was only able to get to level 9, and I thought it was impossible and I'd never finish it, which is really embarrassing. But by day 3, I'd gotten to level 16 in that same half an hour, which is pretty exciting. At this point, each new level to me seemed impossible until I did it a few times and figured it out. There's knowing what to do and then knowing how to do it, which is a big concept in Rocket League, and that's what I was struggling with in these levels. It was pretty cool to finally beat it on my last try of the day though. By day 5, the early levels were a breeze, and you could tell from these clips that I have so much more control of the ball than I did on day 1. I was really surprised how quickly I got good at this dribbling challenge, compared to where I was on day 1. I still am pretty bad, but it just shows you that if you consistently put the time into something, it will pay off. By the way, if you like the music, I make it all myself. You can check out my SoundCloud if you want to see more. The link will be in the description. I also got done level 9 in 4 minutes this time, which felt really good considering I didn't get it done in 30 minutes on day 1. I got through the rest of the levels pretty fast too, up until level 17, which stumped me for quite a while. It was really taking me a long time and I was getting frustrated with it. But on day 7, I got to level 9 even faster, but by 30 minutes, I was still only on level 18. Since recording this though, I've made it up to level 22 in just a few more days. Still not sure how many levels there are total. Hopefully I get there soon. The last thing I did was free play for an hour every day. I won't show much free play footage because that's kind of boring just to watch me drive around for an hour, but the time that I was in free play every day, I focused on dribbling, hitting the ball with power, and just trying new and different things. Just practicing reads of the ball over and over in so many different scenarios. For power, I found the half volley to produce quite a boomer, which is basically flipping into the ball right after the bounce. I felt my touches were a lot more solid and reliable after these sessions in free play. I also listened to podcasts during this time, so I learned a lot of cool and interesting stuff. Win-win. After my weeks of training, I finally jumped back into ranked, and I pretty much couldn't lose. This is the exact 10 3v3 games I won in a row to go from Diamond 3 to Champ 2 in one sitting. I won so many 1v1 games as well, which is the best game mode to really work on yourself as a player. I actually placed into Diamond 2 at the start of the new season after recording this. In these ranked games, I just felt like I could do no wrong. All my shots were going in, all my touches were going where I wanted them to, and I was pretty much just playing my best Rocket League ever. I really focused on 1v1 a lot in this time though. I feel like that's the best way to improve yourself as a player, which is something that I got from Flakes, who I should be doing a video on coming up soon. I really can't stress how helpful this is to do, not only to improve your skills and mechanics, but to take a break from the stress that ranked games can sometimes bring you. It's really popular for pros to say, don't care about your rank, focus on improving, don't get tilted, rank doesn't matter. And while that's easy to say from the top when you're in RLCS, the average player cares about their rank, and winning, and gets upset when they lose. That's normal. We care about our rank because we care about getting better at the game, and rank is your best indicator of your improvement. If we don't care about our rank, why even play at all? I have the most fun by improving, getting better, and doing my best. These are natural feelings and you should embrace caring about your rank. If it's important to you, then keep grinding and go for it. I challenge you to take 7 days to improve your rank by doing this or some other training regimen that you set up yourself. If you can't use the Steam Workshop like I can, that's okay. There's lots of good training packs and things to do in free play. The point is to take a break from ranked and focus on yourself and your skills. It worked wonders for me. Let me know how it goes for you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.